Hello, wonderful people. So recently, I made a video, or basically a few years ago, but I made a video covering Peniel and Gandhi and him talking about how watching cartoons and animations will take you to hell. And here's a person, Gabriel Martinez, watching my channel and asking a question: is it a sin to watch gore or people killing and dying? So, what I'm saying, and everything I'm going to say today, and all my videos basically, it's not my subjective opinion. It's just how I see the world, and it's totally fine with you to completely disagree with me and bash me or say whatever you want. It's all fine. But here's how I see it. Watching gore and people killing and dying, basically because I like to play video games, and I sometimes like watch movies like Marvel recently, the MCU, and some other stuff. Like you watch all this stuff. You watch people die. You watch people being killed. But eventually, it's kind of like a bit of ethics. How do you see the world? And the most important part is your beliefs. Do you feel guilty doing something? And if yes, why? And if not, why? For example, okay, I'm playing a video game and I might be playing Call of Duty World War II. Great game, awesome graphics, interesting story. And I'm playing and I have to kill a lot of Nazis and other people shooting at me because I'm being the American warrior, protecting my country, fighting for the freedom and just the world and all the stuff. That's awesome. And, I have to kill a lot of people. So do I feel guilty shooting at someone? Not really. It's just a game. And that's the thing, like a lot of people are discussing, do video games make you like a murderer? Do video games make you like really like violent and just like it just like makes you more into that stuff? For me, the answer is no. When I play video games, doesn't matter what I'm playing, I'm always trying to make the right decisions. Like recently, I've been playing, whatever, like Days Gone and all this stuff. But there's like simulator games or even like Mass Effect, for example. You play and you have people and accidentally they die. You made a wrong decision. No. So I had to restart the level because I wanted to survive. Or, like, oh my god, like I was playing Fallout and I said something and now they're gonna remember that, and maybe I'm like, oh damn, that was a wrong action. I don't like how they reacted. I want to do something better. But eventually, like, I'm the one in my beliefs defining my reality. Like, oh, I don't like how they reacted, so I'm gonna do differently, and I can go back and change it up. With movies, you can watch it all and like Gladiator or whatever, anything that has a lot of killing or people dying and all the stuff. Like, what was it? The Extraction had a lot of shooting and all the stuff. That was pretty crazy. Um, a lot of that stuff going on. But eventually, watching it is way better because some people get a satisfaction from that. It's like, okay, a lot of people here on Earth, you have stuff done to you. People say nasty stuff. They trigger they make you mad. Where they're sheeps, where they're normal, it doesn't matter. Some people will say something that will trigger you, that will make you feel bad, wrong, guilty, that will make you hate them, and all of a sudden you just want to kick their ass. You want to shoot them, you want to beat them up, you want to like, you're raging with all those emotions, but eventually you're like, there are laws, there, whatever my God says, and everything else, and I have to, sort of put myself in a cage and suppress my emotions because if I express myself, people will consider me crazy, I will go to jail, and a lot of other things will happen. So a lot of people actually fantasize about killing someone, about committing something negative or bad or like wrong and all this stuff. And you can get into someone's head and actually know it all. Well, of course, with certain technologies like remote neural monitoring and other things like that, of course you can. But the subject is like right now, is it bad or not and all this stuff? Is it sinful? And so if you don't know what person is thinking about you, like you're looking at your brother or sister or your parent, and all of a sudden they feel like, ah, I wish I wouldn't have had them. I wish they wouldn't be in my life. And all of a sudden they want to kill you, but they really like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't think about it. It's like they're a good kid. I just like they went wrong and they did something that triggered me for now. But there's like a lot of variations. Whether it's your coworker, your boss, someone in the driveway tailgating you, and other things like that, people will trigger you. And when we watch movies, when we play games, we're like, we can express ourselves. We can like feel like righteous, like, yeah, finally, there's this guy whose wife or doggy was killed, and now you're going to avenge them because this is who you feel in nature. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Like, if you do something to my dog, I'm gonna do stuff back to you. I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, you killed my dog. You're a sinful. You're gonna go to hell now. God will pay you for this. Rest in peace, puppy. You're not gonna react like that. You're gonna be all hateful. You're gonna be all pissed off because someone you love died, was killed right in front of your eyes. And you have all those emotions, so you can't act on it. And when you're playing video games or watching movies or watching something, you get to experience that righteousness. They do it for you. So you're not gonna go to hell because you watch something. You didn't do it. You just feel kind of supported in your emotions and what you like believe in. And all of a sudden, like, yeah, that was the righteous thing to do. I'm glad they showed that stuff. And you walk away with, that was a good movie. That was a good game. I feel really good about the way the character did. And a lot of times, like in Hollywood right now, they're basically killing off all the good characters, all the heroes. Everyone's dying all of a sudden, showing like, well, that's just the sad ending of the movie. What is it? It's kind of like programming that good people, everyone dies, but it's more programming that, like, yeah, bad guys can run away, they can live, and like it's just like it's all programming and creating the mindset that letting all those criminals, pedophiles, and bad people run freely, rule our world, and enjoy themselves, while people fighting for what's right, fighting for the free will, fighting for justice, they're the ones crazy. And we just have to look at what's the agenda behind it all. And for me, hey, look at that side. You, me, and everyone else, everyone's that's consciousness, we have lived for billions of years. We had tons of lives. And think of like playing a game. And you can play as a good person. Like let's say Mass Effect, you're playing as Jack Shepard, Jane Shepard, and you're playing Paragon. You're playing the good guy. Like every time the reporter comes to you to comment about stuff and actually provoke you and say something stupid and then make you look like an asshole to everyone. Every time, like let's say Citadel, and every person will just blame you, and you're gonna be the good guy doing good things. You play that 1,000 times. You're gonna be like kind of bored, same old stuff again and again and again. And you want to try something new. And oh, you got to hit a reporter the first time, and it felt so freaking good. Like justice. That's what you get for making me look like an asshole and lying to everyone, to the mainstream media. Like it's just like that's what you get. That's destiny. Boom. And you feel so good. Like yeah, you get to experience that. But same with lives. We can want peace and having fun and just like chilling, and that's great. But a lot of people, let's say those that talk about reptilians and grays and all this stuff, you've been abused and you've been messed with. And all of a sudden you're like, that was mother crackers are so freaking bad and I hate them with all my guts and all this stuff. And you just want to get into a fight. You want to go punch them in the face. You want to start a fight. You want to get revenge. Like they should feel the same things I felt. They should suffer. Yeah, there's justice. And yeah, you have all the rights to feel how you feel. But instead of choosing, I've been suffering, I've been attacked, but I'm gonna go into a peaceful place and just enjoy and be safe and just chill and get a good rehab and finally feel like I'm healed and I can continue my travels and do more lives. That's cool. But that's just a minority doing it. Everyone else is like trying to get into a fight. People here, as a consciousness, those that are more awake and aware, are very competitive. They can be all kind-hearted, they can be very nice, but eventually they're like, how can I be better? Like those that are more, I can't say advanced, but let's say aware of what's going on and they like what they do, you're competitive. You just like winning. And of course, experience is great, but you love winning. You love being the best. You love showing them all. Because this is who you are. You're a massive being who can do absolutely everything. And this is who you are in nature. And losing is not for you. Of course, you have lost sometimes. But if you can, you're going to choose winning. And that's most people. And so there is no right, wrong, bad, guilty, and all this stuff. It's all about what and who we listen to and how they're going to make us feel. It's all about our belief system. If I do something, let's say, I have my moral code. I would not kill someone here on Earth, but playing a video game, I would gladly express myself. When I get out of body and if someone pisses me off and they do nasty stuff to me, they're gone. And it's not like I'm feeling like, oh yeah, I just killed that person, fuck yeah. Like, no, it doesn't happen really. But, like, hey, you've been messing with me, stop it. And they don't listen, stop. They don't listen, okay, you're dead. They're gone. Easy enough. So like there's like a lot of variations with how we can go. But if you're like into certain religions and groups who have this idea of how the world should be, and you follow the belief system, and all of a sudden they're pushing, well, if you watch gory stuff, if you watch killing, you're sinful. You're gonna go to hell. If you watch animated cartoons with little girls doing cute little things, you're sinful. You're gonna go to hell. And on the same notes, like I have a lot of people for like from Christianity and all the stuff criticizing my video, the one I made about like the whole Benel and Ghani comment and all the stuff. And I went to their channel and they have, if you dye your hair, you're sinful. You're gonna go to hell. You're gonna burn. You should suffer. If you have piercings and if you try to look prettier and if you like to show off a little bit, you're sinful. You're gonna go to hell. And you're like, it's like you're making shit up. Like it's not in the Ten Commandments and all this stuff. It's like it's not there. But you're making stuff up because you would like them to suffer. Because all of a sudden, you might have issues with yourself, with how you look. You don't like yourself, so you're gonna portray all the stuff on others, and you're like, oh, you're better than me. You should suffer. It's like, yeah, like why do most people that believe in certain like religions are the most pushing like their agendas and trying to make you believe all their stuff. Like for me, like, hey, I have my YouTube channel. I'm really glad that there are people who are listening to me. I'm really glad there are people who are supporting my beliefs, making me feel good. I'm not really running on it, but hey, I like it. Like if everyone was like, Akvita, you're talking total crap, I'm never ever gonna listen to you again, or like they would just bash me, that wouldn't feel good. But I have a platform to express myself and someone's listening. And that's just my subjective opinion. This is how I see life. And I can be wrong about everything. But, with my experiences on basically getting out of body and even talking to people that have passed away, like I have clients who are like, hey, reach out to my like parents or someone and like check on them and tell them all about it. Like, even the videos, they're like, how do you know all this stuff? It's only me and them. And I'm like, oh, look, I found it. They told me, so that happens. And with all this stuff, I see that when people die, it's all about their belief system. Let's say most people who are killers, rapists, pedophiles, doing a lot of negative stuff or bad stuff that you would not tolerate here in the world, they're not going to burn in hell. They're not even going there. They're not going to suffer. Because for them, it's just the experience, and they're just going to move on. And people like you who believe in justice, they are going to go after it, and they're going to go get it. But again, it's all about our belief system territory. So if you believe that if you watch something gory, like you're not going to commit it in this world, you're not going to kill someone, but it feels good to see that justice. It's okay. Feel good about how you feel. You should support your belief system. And eventually it's all that matters. It's all about how you see the world. You should believe in stuff that is empowering. Not be blind, not be like retardedly in your own la la land. You can create your own reality. You can manifest things. You can be absolutely aware of what is going on, know all the stuff, and still choose the better. And I sort of like myself don't really support the belief systems that will make you feel bad, wrong, and guilty for who you are. Like I see each and every one of you as a godlike being who can do absolutely everything. And for me, I like that. I like empowering people because I know how it feels, like getting out of body and being free and being myself here and there, working on myself, seeing myself get better. If I can give any of that to anyone and just remind you like, hey, you're super powerful, make this life all about yourself, because when you're doing good, you're going to do good to others. But you're the most important person in your life. Make it all about yourself. But while you're working on yourself, you can always give it new stuff. That's what I'm doing. And like I'm happy. I'm happy where I am. I'm happy with what I believe in. And don't dwell on stuff. Don't judge yourself, because I don't see people here as criminals. Just because you watch it and you're like, oh, I just watched a movie. You should not go to hell for that. Who in their right mind would just send you to suffer because you watched something? You didn't do it. It's like walking in a street and seeing a car accident happen, and all of a sudden you go to hell because you saw it. It's like, it's dumb. Who would do that? So again, like it's a good question. It's a good question. Definitely, the answer and how you see it is all about what you believe in. For me, I do not believe that people would go and suffer because they watch something unless they want to, unless they believe it is the right thing to do. If you feel guilty, if you feel like oh yeah, I should suffer. I should, like be in the purgatory and go through all this stuff. Like, yeah, if you believe in that, good for you. But, like for me, it's all about empowering a person and being all you can be, like reaching your full potential. So that's my point of view. Hopefully this video sort of answers any of your questions, or you kind of like can think about stuff, or maybe you can just share your beliefs and encourage others to look at that stuff, think about more things, and say what I say the better. So all of that, and yeah, thank you everyone for watching and listening to my rambles, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.